before the boards exam of class 10, we had a party in our school, and as we were leaving the party, we went to all the teachers to get their blessings for the exam. All of the teachers repeated the same phrase: "We have very high expectations and hopes for you." And ever since I joined the school, every teacher used to say the same things, that our class, like the batch I was in, was the best batch in school. Sure, it might have been for motivational purposes, but in a way, it was also true. So the expectations were at their peak. And so by this, I would like to start the third part, expectations. So, part 1, teachers. Now, ignoring the benefits of school's promotion because you get high marks, all of the teachers want you to succeed in your life. There is no teacher in the world who will deliberately want his or her students to fail. That is why sometimes they may scold you, sometimes they may reward you. All they want is your success and that you get good grades. I understand that point of view clearly because I have been a teacher myself. Now, granted, I have not been a professional quote unquote teacher with a degree, but I have been a teacher in a sense. I have taught various concepts to my fellow students of class 10 during my time, taught different ideologies, methods, and so many things, not only online but also offline. So that's why I understand that feeling. Whenever I teach someone some tactics, some hacks, something, I just get the feeling that I want them to use it to their maximum benefit, not to my maximum benefit, but for their maximum benefit. And that is why I understand that point of view of a teacher. But the thing is, if you get the wrong teacher, your life will become misery. And if you manage to get a right teacher, your life will become a bliss. So there are two types of teachers in general. This categorization won't apply to each and every people on the planet, but in general there are two types. They are as follows. Number one, people who have achieved what they wanted to achieve, and that's why they are helping others to achieve what they have achieved. They are guiding people who have the same goal. That's why you see videos of IITians training new people who want to become engineers in IITs. And type 2, teachers who could not achieve what they wanted to achieve, and that is why are trying to improve each and everyone's lives by providing knowledge. They chose the path of education because even if they could not do it themselves, the hope never died out in them, and that's why they wanted other people to achieve what they failed to achieve. All in all, teachers know your maximum capabilities, and that's why they won't demand too much, but they will demand a little bit improvement over time. For example, you get 15 out of 20 in a test. Your teacher will not say that why did not you get 19.5. Your teacher will say why did not you get 16 or 16.5, something like this. Your teacher knows your level, and that's why tries to make you improve a little bit, and over time that little bit becomes very much. Part 2, parents. Now, the stereotypical Asian parents belief will not just disappear from the minds of your parents, but what you have to understand is, generally speaking, most of our parents don't understand the level of education that we have to go through, and that is why they demand such high scores from you. All they want is your best, but their care can be too extreme sometimes. Demanding 95% from a kid who just gets 85%, it's too much of a stretch. But what you have to understand is they want you to succeed, and that's why they just always nag on you and tell you that study, 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 and it's not their fault. Throughout their entire lives, they have only faced what is known as hard work. They have not used the concept of smart work in their lives, and they don't understand all of the productivity tips, tricks, hacks, etc. All they understand is if you put the work, you will get the output, and that is why they demand of you to study high hours. They don't understand that education nowadays has become more of a mental game than a physical game. But what I can say with certainty is, become worthy and they will acknowledge you. Continue to do better, better and better each and every day until the day comes that your parents actually say that yes, you have worked hard enough. Part 3, the secret formula. But before I reveal any secrets, this is just part 3 of the entire mini series. Subscribe to see all of the parts as soon as I upload them. So what is the secret formula? It is that above 90%, excluding 98, 99 and 100, everything is same. That means whether you get 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, all of these things are same. Only a student can distinguish between 90%, 90.5% and 91% accurately. Even a teacher cannot distinguish between them. Teachers might have a slight ability to distinguish that yes, 90% takes effort, but 92% takes more effort, 94% takes higher effort. That is just common sense. But when you get on to a student basis, you will see each and every people struggling with their percentage and trying to increase it even 0.25%. So we as students, we are the one who know that each and every mark counts, and even 0.1% matters. There are points in my life when I have been frustrated over 89.75% just because I did not hit the 90 mark. And so only a student knows the true value of each and every percentage. But when it comes to parents, They don't understand that value of each and every percentage, and that is why anything from 90 to 97 looks the same. All they understand is, yes, my kid has gotten successful, he has achieved the 90 rank. But once you get to 98, 99, 100, you just immediately gain so much more respect, and that is not a place which is possible for each and everyone. Nobody except a hardworking student understands the effort needed to get from 93% to 94%. It's not improving 1%. What you have to understand is it's improving 94% at a time, because you have to maintain your 93% and then get on to 94%. It's not like your 93% will always be there and you will just have to add one more extra layer. You have to maintain all of your 93 percentage and then have to add 1%, and that takes work. Now don't get demoralized or demotivated from this message. And if you are a 95% guy, don't just come down to 90 because I just said all of these are same. I'll explain all of this in the next section of the video. So since 90% is the benchmark nowadays, at least try and get 90%. For some it may seem like climbing Mount Everest, and for some it might seem easy as breathing, but regardless of your position, try to at least get 90%. And if you are in boards like CBSC, it's very easy nowadays to get 90%. By the way, just remind me in the comments of the new curriculum system. I haven't gone through the paper, so I don't know what is new for you guys. Part 4. Become greedy. If you take away one thing from this video, let it be this: become greedy. Don't be satisfied or content with your current marks. Always ask for more, more marks. Never say I got X percent, for example 90%, because it was my capacity. Always say, alright, I got X percent. How can I get X plus 1%? It's a small improvement, but it's a gradual improvement. I will give you a very nice analogy to understand this. If a child is born right now, we would not say that what a useless creature it is, it can't even walk on its own. Not even an absolute idiot would say that, because it takes time. That child takes at least 2-3 years to learn how to walk properly. Similarly, you have to take the time to increase your percentage. If you just get motivated or pumped up one day and then drop down the next, in this way it's never gonna happen. You need consistency. If you just dream about getting 95, 96, 97, whatever percentage, and never actually work on it, then it will only be that, a dream. It will never be a reality. What distinguishes reality from dreams is, for dreams to become reality, work needs to be done. So let's say you are a guy who gets 60%. Should you directly aim for 95%? Well, in my opinion, absolutely not. For you, the 95% prestige would be 65%. Now I'm not saying that in a disrespectful manner, but if you set the goal as 95%, all of your victories that you will achieve, you will just ignore them because you did not reach the goal. At the end, you will be demotivated and you will quit the result and the process. But instead, if your 95% prestige rank would be 65%, then get to 65%. After that, 65% will feel like breathing. Then set the target as 70%. Similarly, after that, 75%, and then gradually get to 90. Don't set the percentage too high at once, because it is good for only giving you motivation for one day. It is not sustainable in the long run. Set a realistic goal. Don't set something like I want to be AIR 1 but I haven't studied for 6 months. That's just not going to happen. Now here is a very powerful mindset. Greed is one of the most powerful forces in the entire universe. Once you achieve the things you wanted, you will be able to flex on people, and that is one of the best feelings ever. Now don't go and flex on your friends and all of that, but flex on people who doubted you. If there are people in your life who will always say that no, you can't achieve it, you don't have the capabilities and all of this, get the marks, throw the mark sheet on their face and say that look at this, I got the damn marks you thought I wouldn't get. And that is the level of confidence, competence and greed you should have. Don't ever be satisfied with anything. Now go and click this one to watch all the videos of the series, or else replace your bad habits with this. I'll see you in the next one. Start if you haven't already.